Hello everyone, and welcome to another What I Think review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Evil of the Daleks 375 set. So, I got this for Christmas. I'm actually going to be using these Daleks and in a very special custom, which will be coming soon. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to do this review because I haven't actually reviewed any of the 375 classic Daleks. And this certainly looks like a very nice and promising set, so let's have a look. So, the box is very well, nicely designed. There's some very interesting details on the interior design, which we will come and look at when I open it up. But I very much like the outside of the box, the style of it. Obviously, we've got some information about the Daleks on the back. I won't read all of that out. Obviously, we've got all the product information underneath. But yeah, the box itself, very well nicely presented. I have to say, again, not a fan of the 375 range, but as I previously said, one of the redeeming features of these, of this set, of these figures of this range, are the Daleks. They're very well made, and I have to say, this is very well presented as a nice display piece. So they've certainly put some thought in there, but obviously we want to see what's inside it. So let's get a look inside. You need right tools, and I don't have them on me. I never do these properly. Okay. This is not the correct way of opening things. You should do it properly, but it's because I've forgotten my Stanley knife that I'm doing it like this. So, to any younger viewers watching, when you're opening things like this, if you get them for Christmas, please get a responsible adult to help you. So, yeah, we've got a very nice, interesting inset on the box here, which makes a nice display piece. Now, I really like, before I take them out of the box, I really like this rock design they've done here, because now, obviously, you've got here the Daleks are sitting inside these base pieces. While I'm doing this, I'll see if I can take... It's going to be easier to cut that. They are sitting inside this little... Whoa. Was that both of them? Or just the one? No, that was just the one. They're sitting inside this little base piece. But I have to say... If I take one of them out carefully... Now, if you adjusted it so it was sitting on top like that, you could have a really good diorama here in that you've got kind of like, you know, a nice rocky bit, and then you could change this base bit into some kind of hoverbout or something and make it look like they were sort of hovering over something. It would be a really good, little a little diorama piece. I might do something like that myself, actually, thinking about it, but we shall wait and see. But because we are here not to review the packet, we are here to review the Daleks themselves. So I believe they're both the same. These are obviously based on the Emperor's Guard Daleks seen in Evil of the Daleks. There's a little bit, the dome there, I don't know how well you can see that on camera, isn't quite straight. That's a bit of a shame. I don't want to, you know what, actually no, let's not pick too many faults in there. That is quite a large gap, to be fair, which isn't on the other one, which is a bit of a shame, but let's gloss over that. So yeah, the Daleks themselves, very well detailed, very well put together. They feel nice and sturdy in the hand. Nothing really feels loose. Even to be fair, even the dome that's slightly off, you know, it feels, it's nice and robust. It's all set in place fine. It doesn't feel like anything is loose on it. So I really think that they've done well with these, because it's very hard, I get the feeling, to capture exactly what you see on screen at sometimes in toys. And I think a good example of this is actually a lot of the range of Thomas and Friends merchandise, is that with a couple of exceptions, namely the Bachmann models, it's very different to what you see on screen. And I think the smaller scale you go, the harder it is to replicate what you see on screen. Now, these are obviously smaller than the 5-inch Dalek range, but by no means is the quality of design any less on these. They've really put a lot of work into these. They've really thought them out. They've really made them look sort of, I mean, as accurate as you could make a toy look, I should say. They've really put a lot of work into those, and I think they deserve the credit. For those people who've seen my Into the Dalek review series, you will know that I was very scathing and at times probably you could say insulting about the 375 range. Now, I still very much stand by what I said in that review, because that particular set, there's a little bit of paint coming off there, that particular set was not a good example of the 375 range. In fact, I still stand by what I said, that set and that review shows what is a perfect example of the bad points of the 375 range. That being said, this set, and indeed the Daleks that came with the Into the Daleks set, are, as I've said before, and as I'm going to say now, in case I haven't said it many times before, are one of the redeeming features of the range. They are, the Daleks are certainly by far the best part in the range, and I fully feel that as much as I dislike the 375 range, I've gotten these and I've opened them up and I look at them and think, these are actually really good. These, you know, I look at, you look at the things like the Into the Daleks set where it's all made of cardboard and you just think this is just terrible. But then you look at the Daleks you got in the set, with the possible exception of Rusty, but you look at the Daleks you got in the set and then you look at these and you think, actually, okay, they can't do sets. They can't do play sets, that's clear and evident. And the figures, like human figures, not that great. But the Daleks themselves are actually very good. And I really think that I need to give them full credit for that, because this is coming from somebody, as I said, is not a fan of the range, but even I have to concede that there are some parts of the range that work very well. And these Daleks certainly are part of it. I appreciate this was probably quite a short review, but it was obviously not a lot to it. But I just wanted to really make this review just to sort of give some balance to my views on the 375 range. I'm still by no means a fan of it, but I think it's important to talk about the bad points, which I've done which I did in the Into the Dalek review set, but I think it's also only fair that I talk about the good points, and the good points are certainly the Daleks in this range. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, favourite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot, and be sure to check out the description below for a link to my Patreon. It would really help me out a lot if you supported that too. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.